Assalamualaikum. Today we are discussing about the type of eggs in different vertebrates. There are the five classes of vertebrates: fishes, amphibian, reptile, birds, and mammal. This is the generalized egg of amphibian. Uh, Egg has the two basic poles. One is called animal pole and the vegetal pole. Animal pole is the pole where the nucleus of the egg is present. Vegetal pole is the pole of the egg where the yolk is present, and this portion is called the gray cushion. It is the portion of vegetal pole, and this is present in case of amphibian, and very important for the development of amphibian. We will discuss it in during the development. And this is the egg of reptile and birds. Outermost is the eggshell, and the inner head, this cytoplasmic area is called egg albumen, egg white, and this is the actual egg. It contains mostly yolk, and here is the nucleus of the egg, and this is the chelaza. It helps the egg to keep in place, and here is the air sac from where the baby or the developing embryo can respire. On the basis of presence or absence of the shell, on the basis of presence or absence of the shell, it consists of two types. One is called cladoid types and other is called non-cladoid. Cladoid are such are eggs which have the shell is present, and the example is birds, reptiles, and egg-laying mammals. And this is the non-cladoid eggs. These are the eggs that does not have the shell, but the shell is absent, including fishes, amphibian, and amphioxus. The next one we'll discuss about amniotic and non-amniotic eggs. If the eggs have extra embryonic membranes called amnion, chorion, and allantois, then such type of eggs are called amniotic eggs. Example is the reptile, birds, and mammals. Such organisms are called amnions. And non-amniotic eggs, these are the eggs that does not have these extra embryonic membranes that helps the baby development within the egg, outside the body of the female, in the terrestrial, in the land environment. So their example is called the fish and amphibian. Such organisms are called non-amnions. This is the amniotic egg of bird, and this is the outer shell. This is the first chorion. This is called the yolk sac, in which the yolk is present that gives the food for the baby development. Here is a developing embryo which is surrounded by a water bag. It is called amnion, and this water bag contains a liquid called amniotic liquid, and this is called the allantois. It's very important because it helps the baby to respire, to breathe, and also the waste product, nitrogenous waste product of the baby stored in this allantois. Now the eggs on the basis of the development, determinants and non-determinants. Determinants egg are called mosaic egg. These are the eggs that before fertilization they can determine the different parts of the embryo, which means that the different portion of the egg already known their fate, that into which organ they have to develop. So such type of eggs are present in protostomes, and all of you know your all the phylums, including the protostome, except the chordates, hemichordates, and echinoderms. And indeterminate or regulative eggs, these are the eggs that does not know the fate of the different parts of the egg before the fertilization, before the cleavage. So such type of eggs, if we can divide them at the two cell stage, then each of the blastomere will develop into a complete embryo. So this will happen in the formation of identical twins. Here the type of egg according to the yolk. How much amount of the yolk is present, absent? Elacetal eggs. These are the eggs that does not have the yolk, where the yolk is absent. The example is placental mammals, including humans, in which the placenta is present that provide the food to the baby from the body of the mother. And this is called microlacetal. Micro means little, small. Laceta means yolk. Microlacetals are the egg that have a very small amount of the yolk. Example is called Echinoderm, Amphioxus, and Marsupials, that is the pouch mammal. This is called mesolacetal. Meso means moderate, medium, and these are the eggs that have a medium quantity of the yolk. Example is the frog, toads, and lungfishes. Macrolacetal, or also called megalacetal. Sometimes this term is called polylacetal. All of these terms are the same, which means the large quantity of the yolk. Example is the birds, reptiles, insects, bony fishes, and the sharks. Here is the classification of the egg according to the distribution of the yolk. Number one is called isolacetal or homolacetal. Iso means identical, laceta means yolk, homo means same, evenly, laceta means yolk. These are the eggs in which the yolk is evenly distributed, and the yolk will evenly distributed in such type of egg in which either the amount of the yolk is very small, for example the microlacetal eggs. Example is Echinoderm, Amphioxus, marsupials, and the other mammals including placental mammals. Number two is called the telolacetal eggs. Telo means tip. The yolk is present towards one end of the egg, and the portion of the egg that contains the yolk is called vegetal part, and the animal part, animal hemisphere, contain the nucleus of the egg. Such type of eggs are also called mesolacetal, in which the amount of the yolk is medium, macrolacetal or megalacetal or polylacetal mean the same thing. That means a very large quantity of the yolk. Example is frog, toads, birds, and reptiles. And the last one is called centrolacetal. Centro means within the center. Laceta means yolk. These are the eggs that contain the yolk, which is present in the center of the egg. Such type of egg is present in case of insects. Here I show the different egg. This is the egg of placental mammal, also called microlacetal eggs, and also the isolacetal egg. This is the egg cytoplasm. It contains yolk. This is called the nucleus. In the center of the nucleus is nucleolus. Outer membrane is called zona pellucida, and this is the egg is called mesolacetal egg and the telolacetal egg. Telo means the yolk is present towards one end. So here is the yolk is present in the vegetal area. This one is the animal area. There is the nucleus in the animal area, and this is called the polylacetal egg or a megalacetal egg or macrolacetal egg. The term is same, which means the large quantity of the yolk is present. And also this is the example of centrolacetal egg in which the yolk is present in the center. And here is the egg of chick or the bird. Now I'm telling you about the type of animals according to either they lay egg or they give birth. The first term is called oviparity, which means the organism they lay egg or spawn egg, release egg. Example is the birds and reptiles and egg-laying mammals. In such type of organism, the fertilization is external, and the development of the organism, the development of the baby take place within the egg, outside the body of the female, within the shell. Such type of egg contain usually large amount of yolk, and also sometimes contain egg albumin, also called the egg white. This helps the organism to nourish, to provide food to the baby. Next term is called viviparity. Viviparity is the term which is used to those organisms that give birth. They give birth, and in such animals, the fertilization is internal, in which the egg retained within the body of the female, and the whole development take place within the body of the female, either with the use of placenta or with the use of yolk. Either placenta develop between the baby and the mother, or there is no placenta. The whole development take place because of the yolk present within the egg. Such type of eggs are elacetal eggs, that is without yolk or with yolk. Viviparity is basically of two types: ovoviviparity and euviviparity. Ovoviviparity is the organism in which the egg after fertilization remain within the body of the mother, and the whole development take place by the yolk present within the egg. Mother provides only the place, protection and oxygen, does not give the food. Such type of organism is called ovoviviparous organism. Example is the viviparous shark, sawfish, scorpions, hammerhead shark, anaconda, and the next term is called euviviparity. U means true, viviparity means truly give birth. These are the organisms in which internal fertilization lead to internal development, with the development of a placenta, which is a connection, organic connection between the baby and the mother, through which the mother provide the food to the baby, and the baby also get oxygen and remove the waste products through the mother kidney.